will get into the video in just a moment, but first, a 30-second announcement. What if the secret to living your best life is realizing that you're not fighting the world, you're fighting yourself? We're inviting you to get deep with our free 7-day self-love challenge, Compliments of Zen Ed Academy. Click the link to find out more and get started today. And now, on to the video.
Today, I want to talk about knowing better now, right? Our past can read like a how-to guide on what not to do, but our power for change always lies in the present moment, in the now, because what we do now changes our future. When we look back at the past, knowing what we know now, we often find it difficult to understand how we could have possibly made the mistakes that we made. But you know what? Once we learn new information and gain new knowledge, it's nearly impossible to re-enter the headspace that we were in before we learned that new information. You know, we know better now. I'll give you an example of some dumb things we did in the past. But as we look back at parents of previous generations who used physical harm, like spanking their kids, like not just a little pat on the butt, that used like physical harm when it was okay to like beat your kid because that was accepted discipline for a child, you know, we wonder how those generations could have thought that was a good idea, you know, or creating trauma for our children in the future. But like that, our personal pasts are full of mistakes that we could even kind of put in that category mentally for ourselves, right? We just can't believe that we made some of the mistakes we made in the past. We did things then that we would never do now, but we continue to beat ourselves up for the things we did then that we didn't know we were doing the best we could, right? And this is precisely because we have information now that we didn't have or weren't able to access then. So from ideas on how to raise children, to how to treat yourself, to how to treat the planet, to how to really love ourselves and not be a people pleaser, which was a behavior that was encouraged, especially for women in generations past. You know, our collective human past sometimes reads like a document of what not to do. And sometimes we don't learn from that and we repeat the same cycles, right? But let's try to do better. In many ways, though, this is as it should be. We learn from living and having experiences, even if we have to repeat a couple before we really get it in our heads or our collective unconscious. It's all a blueprint of our emotional, mental, and spiritual evolution. From these past experiences, we gather information that guides us to live differently and better now. Just so in our personal lives, we probably had to have a few unsuccessful relationships or jobs, learning about our negative tendencies and working through them in order to gain the wisdom that we have now. So in order to live more peacefully with the present, it helps to remember that once we knew better, we do better, we did better, and we do tend to do better every time because we're constantly learning to do better. Before knowing, we generally do our best. We, you know, if we're like not a serial killer. And while it's true that from the perspective of the present, our past doesn't seem good enough, we can at least give our past selves the benefit of the doubt. Take a moment right now and do that. We did our best with the knowledge that we had. Beyond this, we serve the greater good most effectively by not dwelling on the past, healing it, processing it, but not dwelling on the past. Instead, reining our energy and our knowledge into our present actions. It's here in this moment, in the now, that we create our reality and ourselves brand new. We create a brand new person in each moment with our current knowledge that is going to be better tomorrow. We're going to know better tomorrow. You know, now we seem so enlightened, but, you know, 5 years from now, you could have gone, well, I could have done better then. But you couldn't have because you didn't. As always, guys, I am here for you, creating a safe space for the feel good. And my goal is that at the end of our time together, you leave balanced and refreshed and ready to take on the world and feeling good. Love you guys. I'll leave some feel good in the comments for me back because your feel good is my feel good. I like to see your little comments and see your happy faces because that makes me feel good. It's that feel good loop. Keep me in the loop. Let me know how you're doing. I want to hear about it. Leave some thoughts on today's inspiration if you feel so inspired to do so. Lift each other up. If all you got is a hashtag feelgoodfam right now, just drop that and do it. Just show up. If that's how much you got, do it. Love you guys. Let's talk again tomorrow.
Just a reminder to take a moment and smash on that subscribe button. And don't forget to sign up for our free 7-day self-love challenge. Compliments of Zen Academy, where it has never been easier than right now to get comprehensive PhD-backed education to improve your life and level up your skills. Emotional processing, stronger intuition, self-trust, mediumship, tarot, self-growth, all of that just for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.